I, N.D. Johnson, am widely regarded as the greatest Gooner ever in the entirety of existence. Now, I for one am too humble to say that that's accurate, or even that it's close to accurate, but I have gained such a reputation. And to say that it's without evidence is wrong. I'm not that damn humble to the point where I'm just delusional. And because I'm such a great Gooner, I find it to be my responsibility to teach others in the ways of gooning. And so, it is my responsibility to do so. Because intelligence is not a privilege, it's a gift. As said through the great words of Phil Lawfrey, intelligence is an imbalance to be brought such equity through those who are worthy. Essentially saying, those with knowledge should be required to share it for the betterment of mankind as a whole. And before attaining such power, such knowledge in the ways of gooning, it is important for us to know, just as I have done with my purpose, how the use of such should be carried out, as to not be corrupted. And that's why it's very important for us as gooners to hold ethics, okay? And why we need to hold those close to our heart and educate others on the matter. So yeah, something that is said for quote-unquote true gooners is that, for one, they'll never goon to AI, whether that be because it's soulless or because of the water. I, for one, am going to say, if you care about the water, you're a pussy. And though a lot of AI, well, all of AI is soulless, I will say this one thing. If the ass is fat, you know where I'm at. And that's common philosophy, but it's not one that is ever really thought up. And so I say, if you're going to be a gooner, you can goon to AI, okay? However, that doesn't mean all AI, because some AI is just complete ass. It's a lot of it, a majority of it. When I go on Rule 34, I do turn on the AI filter, because it's just like 90% of the fucking platform at this point, and it pisses me off, actually, because all of it is ass. But sometimes, when I am looking at AI, I don't even realize it's AI, because it just looks that good. And so, if you're going to goon to AI, just make sure it's the right stuff. Also, no deepfakes. You fucking weirdos who watch deepfakes and like AI porn of real people who did not consent to that, you need to get a life. And don't call me your sensei. And on the same point, leaks. Something that is way too common in the gooning community and is not frowned down upon as much as it should be, is leaks. Every single time somebody gets leaked, I go into the TikTok comment section of where I hear about it, and it's everyone asking where they can find it, or if it's real because they need it. And it's sickening, because that wasn't meant for you, okay? And they didn't consent to having that out there. I'm not even joking right now, I'm being dead serious. You need to stay away from leaks if you're to be my sensei. I mean, if you're to be my student and I'm to be your sensei. Because I can't rock with that. Okay, yeah. That's for the more morally stuff. I think I got that out of the way. But another thing you're going to want to stay away from is, and I know I said I'd go on it, but I don't want people to run into the same hurdles as I do. So I'm going to tell you to stay away from Rule 34, because I've seen so much shit on there. So much shit. My blacklist is probably longer than the Bible, bro. I wouldn't say it's as long as the Loud House fan fiction, but it's pretty fucking long. I think the Quran is longer than the Bible. It's probably longer than the Quran. Okay, not really, but still, it's a long-ass blacklist, okay? Because of all the shit I've seen on there that I had to block. I think it's best for you to just stay away from it entirely so you don't have to learn. You don't have to learn from experience, and you can learn from my words so that we can build humanity further. Another thing is, if you're not a gooner, don't say you're a fucking gooner. If you're not a good gooner, don't say you're a fucking gooner. Don't joke about being into femboys and furries and futanari unless it's very obvious that you're joking, okay? Now, I'm not into futanari or furries. Those are just examples, okay? Not that I wouldn't, like, jerk it to a futanari, but I'd prefer them to be without a penis. Because I'm straight. And, on the same topic, never downplay another person's goonship, okay? If you're fans, you know how I feel about that. Well, actually, my husband divorced me, but, it was a very sad marriage because he said I wasn't a real gooner. And this feud lasted forever. I genuinely, well, I can't say that on YouTube because police might show up to my house because they would be, it might be taken as a threat to his life. But you know where I was going with that. Don't deny another man's goonship unless it's clear that he's lying. And also on the same page, it is not our place to judge kinks or healthy amounts that are still a lot of gooning, okay? Because health is important. Health is important. I will get into that at a later date. And I already talked about it in my initial recording of this video, but it was long as shit. So I'm segmenting it into what's probably going to be 4 parts. I don't know if I can stretch all of them out to a full-length video. But yeah, stay tuned, I guess. Also, if you're gooning, maybe for the health of other people, I don't know how much you're doing it, but hell, it must be more for me if you're posing a danger to other people if they're using your blanket. Because, yeah, that kind of came out of left field, but I have personal experience of me just yanking my shit till my sheets stay moist. And then I have people trying to use my blanket. It's the worst thing ever. My one fucking brother is a bum, and he likes to just take my bed sometimes, and it pisses me off. But, you know, joke's on him, because I had my balls and my nut and my ass wet all over those sheets. I tried to tell him not to, but he didn't listen. But there will be other people other than your dickhead brother trying to use your blanket. Don't let them, unless you just washed it. That's I'm serious about that. It gets overlooked far too much. You know, back to the bro code. I skipped out on this one because I'm looking at notes right now, and it's like a huge jumble. But if you're to be a bro and a gooner, I cannot stress this enough, except I probably can. Share your damn sauce and don't be an asshole, okay? Be like those people in the TikTok comment sections that know every single second of every single film there ever was. And share it. And they share it. Don't be like the people in the TikTok comment sections who, when you ask them what actress it is, they say fucking Halle Berry or something. Or, oh, it's Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise. Yeah, that shit pissed me off. You're not funny, you're not cool, and you're not saving me, okay? I want to enjoy myself, and you're getting in the way of that, you fucking asshole. Now, obviously, I'm an exception because, yes, I have gate-kept porn before. But that's different because me and the woman in the video have an actual connection, even if she doesn't know it. That's basically me just not letting you look at my wife getting fucked by the dudes. That's all it is, okay? It's not because I don't want you to enjoy life. It's because she's mine. And I've already talked about that. So there's no need to talk about it anymore. And lastly, I want to say, if you're a gooner and you really are about this life, you're a piece of shit if you're doing so while not subscribed to ND Johnson, who is widely regarded as the king of gooners. Now, I'm not saying he accepts that title, but it's not entirely inaccurate because he is saucy as hell and he is a great gooner. And with that being said, that concludes the video for today. Stay tuned for updates and shit, and subscribe and like. And you can comment if you want, but don't mess with the like to comment ratio, you dickwad. Bye.